blood from the left eye and the right eye of Ray Mancini. The right eye is swollen, the left eye is cut, and he fights on.
Bramble picking his shots now. And Mancini holding on a little bit. Round number 13 of this one, scheduled for 15 for the WBA Lightweight Championship. And Bramble has suddenly started to vary his attack. Working underneath, working overhand, and the corner keeps yelling at Ray. Move back, move back. Less than a minute remaining in the 13th round.
I don't think there's any way to give Livingstone Bramble too much credit for both his conditioning and his tenacity tonight. Many people doubted that he could go this long in a war with Mancini. He's never had to do anything like this ever in his career before, and he has done so and done it well.
It's amazing. You look at the face of Mancini, he looks like he's gone through a meat grinder. There is not a mark on Bramble's face.
And he's been hit off at Livingstone Bramble has.
Hit him with the right hand, didn't do anything with him. It's got to be discouraging to Mancini. 13th round, coming to an end, and Mancini's legs go rubbery. That Sports Night of Champions will continue after this message from your local station. Pulled at the end of the 13th and took a circle route back to his corner. They know it. Both of them, Mancini and Bramble. 2 rounds left with a World's Championship, WBA Lightweight Championship on the line.
Like most boxing experts, if you will, I would have never suspected Livingstone Bramble could go this long at this pace and be fresh, but he is. You give him credit for it.
He's got Mancini in trouble. He has him in desperate trouble. Mancini on his bicycle looks ready to be taken. He looks the way he did against Arguello. He may go down right now. Does he have the reserve? I am not sure. He is helpless, and the fight has been stopped, and Livingstone Bramble has won. Unbelievably, Livingstone Bramble, a 4-to-1 underdog, has taken the title away from Ray Mancini. You can see David Wolf saying, okay, to the referee. He knew you're on your way into the ring. Al Bernstein is on his way in to talk to Livingstone Bramble. The Cats Sports Night of Champions has become the Cats Sports Night of upsets. 2 world's champions taken out. Johnny Bumpus and Ray Mancini in what has to go down as an upset. There are people who just would not believe that Livingstone Bramble can do it. But now Mancini is being looked at by the doctor to see if the eye is okay, and to see if the pupils are enlarged to show any head injury. In the meantime, when we get a chance to Al Bernstein up there, ready to talk to Livingstone Bramble, who becomes the 2nd world's champion from the Virgin Islands. We are expecting Ray Mancini to be able to talk to Al Bernstein. Whether the discouragement of losing the fight will keep him from that, we don't know. But it's been a mixed bag for Lou Duva tonight. He lost a world's champion in Johnny Bumpus, and he gained a world's champion in Livingstone Bramble. Now, do we get the decision first? It's in the 14th round. The fight was stopped. Mancini did not take the count, but he looked exactly as he had against Alexis Arguello. Out on his feet, ready to go, and the fight was stopped. A shocker. Mike, are you ready up there? Here is Mike Buffer with the decision of the fight.
Referee Marty Denkin stops the contest in the 14th round at 53 seconds. The winner by technical knockout and new WBA lightweight champion, Livingstone Bramble.
A stunned pro-Mancini crowd at the War Memorial Auditorium in Buffalo, New York, has seen Ray Mancini dethroned by Livingstone Bramble on this Cats Sports Night of Champions that, as I've said before, is the Cats Sports Night of Upsets. Al Bernstein, it's yours.
Livingstone Bramble here in the ringside. I told you.
And the fight has been stopped, and Livingstone Bramble has won.
This is the sound of victory for Livingstone Pitbull Bramble. In June, as an underdog, he beat Boom Boom Mancini with a technical knockout to become the new WBA lightweight champion. He's been one for gimmicks, like having his friend dress up as a voodoo doctor for his fight against Mancini, like his pit bulls and lizards and snakes.
Well, my pit bull's always with me. I've been around the pit long enough to act like a pet and fight like a pet, and that's the attitude I take in the ring with me. You know, I'll be in several fights. You know, I bark during the fight. I bark like the last fight. I bark, you know, because I needed that spurt, you know, and I do that to help build me up. Anything it takes, you know, to make me win, I do it.
Bramble was supposed to represent the Virgin Islands in the 1980 Olympics, but could not because of the boycott. He said he couldn't afford financially to sit out 4 more years without turning professional, and now he's got money on his mind.
I was very disappointed in 1980 when I was supposed to represent the Virgin Islands in the Olympic, and I couldn't make it. But now it's a job to me, and I see that I got the skills. I've learned my trade good enough where I could make, you know, I want to make estimated $7 million, and I got the skills. I'm trained to do it, and that's what I'm after right now.
Some sport critics say it was a fluke, a one-time stroke of luck that enabled Bramble to beat Mancini. We'll see when the two face each other again in January. Bramble says it was no fluke.
The second time around, I'm guaranteeing it won't go past 9 rounds. I'm running my mouth off. My mother don't want me to do it, really, but the minute Ray takes a step backwards, I hope he's listening. He probably is, too. The minute he takes a step backwards, he's going to be out.
Bramble thinks about his health and his future, with incidents like the Korean who met his death after a boxing match, and Muhammad Ali, suffering from an illness that may have been aggravated by his boxing career.
Champion at 23 years, I'm 24 now. I think it's time, you know, to make the money and get out of there before, you know, you start, you know, decaying.
In his spare time, Bramble does volunteer work for the Boys Club and lends a helping hand to a few boys he's taken under his wing. 12-year-old Rocky Mandera leaves Florida to spend his summers in New Jersey with Bramble, training. Mandera's mother says Rocky was born with a black eye, and Bramble says he has promise.
Good. Let it loose.
Livingstone says he's tough, but he's not such a bad guy. He is simply a picture of confidence, which is what you have to be in this business.
Got it.
Cheryl Thompson, News Source 34.
More.
And I went through this fight 1,000 times in my mind. I felt all the hurt and the negative feelings, and I know I've been through all that. I don't want everyone to go through that period like that again in my life.
In the end, Livingstone Bramble had taken the WBA lightweight title from a battered and beaten Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
He stopped it, but, you know, I wasn't all overjoyed about him stopping it. I got to raise my hand, but, you know, I wanted to really give it to Mancini.
We are brothers and sisters on this earth, and we're supposed to love one another. I do. I have no hatred in my heart for anybody, so I don't hate the man. I just don't respect him, though.
A prediction, I'm going to knock him out.
Just a victory. It's going to be a heck of a fight. It's going to be a war. The first fight was good. This is going to be better.
I definitely will knock him out. I'm going to be more aggressive this time.
Bramble, you got your just due coming.
And now, just 8 months later, HBO Sports is proud to present the rematch between these two bitter rivals. Livingstone Bramble defends the WBA lightweight title he took from Ray Boom Boom Mancini. One of the fastest growing cities in the West, nestled deep in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Reno is now home to boxing's big event, having outgrown its longtime moniker, the biggest little city in the world. We're live in the Lawler Event Center in Reno, Nevada, where HBO Sports presents World Championship Boxing. The main event, WBA lightweight champion Livingstone Bramble defends the title he took away from Ray Boom Boom Mancini. It's scheduled for 15 rounds. A very receptive crowd has made its way to the campus of the University of Nevada at Reno for what promises to be a spirited rematch. There's no love lost between the champion and the former champion.